Yay Media Group.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Spill the Beans podcast.
I feel like the meme was like, hey, how y'all doing? Because we've been gone for so long.
Yeah, and we said we were going to be consistent.
As we always do. So we do want to start off by apologizing for ghosting you for 2 weeks. It's just been a little busy and hectic over here. But be sure you follow us on social media because I'm sure you guys all know, if you do follow us, why we've been gone.
Yeah, guys. I mean, it's no secret, right? We have a food truck now, and that has been a great success. That's why, I mean, look, I don't want to feed into the comments of like, oh, yeah, you guys are busy and like you're starting one business, but you're neglecting the other. It's like at the beginning, right? It's like a flower. At the beginning, you got to put its soil, you got to give it its good seeds, and then you got to put good water into it. And then after doing all that, then you can like let it grow steadily, right?
Yeah.
There's like the more you do at the beginning, the less you do. So that's how it is with the food truck right now. Al principio, pues le tienes que echar muchas ganas. You got to be there every millisecond of the time, marketing, everything. But then now, like as time goes on, things like it's already easier.
Yeah, it's like falling into a routine. So I think that's how it is for every business that you start. Obviously, the first few weeks, months that you're running, you have to be all in that business. So yeah, we have the podcast, we have Vibin, we have a bunch of other businesses. But since we just started the food truck, we obviously are putting all of our effort into it. And it's not just like showing up the day of, guys. I feel like nobody really talks about or even knows about the prep time that goes behind operating a food truck, you know. And it's just been a lot of Jonathan literally back and forth in Denver, and then my brother, and then I lost the kitchen, and then we gained a fridge. Like it's a lot. It's so crazy, and we'd love to go into detail about it one day if you guys ever have like questions about starting or opening your own food truck. But I think that's how it is for every business. So when you get the ball rolling, then it's easier to fit into your routine. So now we're like, okay, Monday's podcast, Tuesday film of J&J video, Wednesday prep, Thursday prep, and start selling, you know. So slowly but surely it's gonna be more easily steady in our routine.
Yeah, everything's gonna fall into place, guys. And I don't know. I feel like, yeah, we get a lot of DMs saying, can you guys show us, blah, blah, blah. If that's something you guys are serious about, let me know and we can make some time for like, I feel like everyone deserves to start with like the right foot forward, if that makes sense. So if we can kind of guide you, or maybe you already have your food truck and you want to grow your social media or grow whatever your presence in your town, we can also help you with that, because I feel like we've taken social media and marketing experience that we've gotten from YouTube and everything else, and we applied it to the food business. Because you see a lot of like food trucks or restaurants, for example, I'm gonna use my town for example, very, very good food, very good vibes, customer service, but then you go on their Instagram and the last picture they uploaded was like 2 years ago on their Android phone. Es nomás, oh, aquí está el platillo de chilaquiles, and it's like, bro, no picture in 2 years, like no followers, no engagement. Like, anyways, I'm over here marketing a different business. I want to start like social media agency too, but I don't have time for nothing.
No, I think that it is a little bit harder for people to understand the huge impact that social media can make on a business. Obviously, you have to treat your business page like it's an influencer. Basically, you have to make people get intrigued. You have to literally, like, the first thing I always start with, it's like, if you have an employee that likes being on camera, do a day in my life working at the food truck, at the restaurant, wherever you are. And that's what I'm going to start implementing soon. Again, we've been so busy and it's scary how amazing it's gone so far and how much work it is. So I definitely want to start filming TikToks like, oh, come do a shift with me at JJ's Buns and Drums, because I feel like you guys don't see the behind the scenes as much. But yeah, we're excited to start implementing all of that into our Instagram page and our TikTok. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's taken a huge toll on us. What would you say, like physically? Because we're always tired.
No, physically
or mentally.
I love being physically tired from work. That's nice.
I guess
you go to sleep like you don't even have to struggle to sleep. You know?
No, but you also don't go to sleep till like 1 or 2 in the morning every day.
Yeah.
But
One's,
anyways,
no, one is a good day.
yeah,
2 to
so
3.
that's what we're saying. Like, it's not like, oh, we've been so busy or we've been so lazy to make a time for a podcast. It's just we literally have no time, not enough hours in the day, which sounds all cringy, but it's
Yeah,
true.
that's cringe. But there really aren't any hours anymore. Like, you try to scruffle some up, but let's give them a little rundown of our week, babe. I feel like people want to know, because when I listen to podcasts, I want to know about money, like how much the influencer or the podcaster I'm watching is making, or like the things they buy or the houses, their investments.
You want the tea.
So I'm going to give them like tea of just like our life, like how it's going down. Let's start off with, I'm going to start off in the middle week so you guys can kind of understand where we're going from. Right now, the food truck is open Thursday to Saturday, right? But obviously, we have to prep all our sauces, all our veggies, all our jams, everything like that, the meat, buy the chicken, everything the day before. So that's what Wednesday is for. Wednesday, we call it prep day. From the moment I wake up, guys, from 8 to midnight, we're prepping. I kind of get everything around like in the morning from 8 to 12. And then at 12, that's when Joe comes over and he preps like the majority, like the more intense things that are like more chefy, I guess, from 12 to like 9 at night. And then we clean up.
No, I feel like you're being generous, babe. You guys literally don't leave till 11:30 on a good day.
No, well, we end prep like around 9 to 10.
Right,
then we clean up your kitchen because obviously
because they are the chefs and the dishwashers.
And then we have to store everything. And by storing, let me give you a rundown. We only have one fridge at our house, right? Well, we had. I'm gonna get to that here soon. One fridge. So obviously not everything fits in one fridge because we have kids, right? We have yogurts, eggs, other things besides just JJ's recipe, ingredients and stuff. So I would have to help Joe put everything in boxes, and then we would take it to his fridge in his apartment. So prep day would be 8 in the morning to 1 in the morning, Thursday, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, obviously, it entails waking up super early and prepping all the fresh things. We, here at JJ's, guys, we don't mess around. The meat, we buy the meat and the chicken the same day of. I know I said I do that on prep day, but that's actually a lie. I buy the wings and the meat and the boneless the day we go out to sell. So Thursday morning, Friday morning, and Saturday morning, I buy all the beef, especially the beef. It's so fresh. And like literally el otro día, el carnicero or whatever you call him at the store was putting it and I grabbed it from him. That's how fresh it is. And
they are handmade, homemade patties.
Patties,
all right?
grass-fed. Angus beef patties. And so yeah. And then Sunday, I say, right, Blanca el otro día me regañó because she's like, you said Sunday was for the family and you said, I was like, I tried to make it 100% fam day, but when you come home at 1 in the morning, the last thing you want to do is like, we have the storage, the parking for the trailer, right? I don't want to take it to the storage, unhinge the truck. I'm so tired by then that I take it and I bring it home. But being a good HOA resident, I also don't like having my trailer on the street because it makes the neighborhood look not so pretty, right? And
it's
I just want to be
bulky.
respectful and very demure of my neighbors, I wouldn't want some other neighbor's taco truck or whatever burger joint trailer on the street blocking, because it's pretty wide. So I wake up in the morning, we do breakfast and everything, and then I tell Blanca, babe, I got to go put the trailer where it belongs, lock it up for the week, blah, 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 drain the water, whatever I have to do. And then she's like, okay, that takes into our family time, whatever. And then Sunday becomes a full family day, right?
Yeah, I think you skipped over the fact that after we close the food truck on Thursday through Saturday, you still go to your kitchen. And
we still go to our kitchen because, guys, I've seen food truck, like, now that I'm in this business, who am I to judge, right? But what I can say and what I've seen is that not everyone cleans their kitchen after a shift. Like, a lot of people, what they do is they call, like, that same prep day that I'm talking about, they'll do like a clean day, right? But we clean our truck fully to the max. And you could be like, ay, pues apenas empezaron, no están tan cansados. No, like we've been doing this for a month and a half. Y cada día después de trabajar vamos and we go to the commissary kitchen and we deep clean our stuff, our fryer.
Dishes.
Like the fryers, the baskets where the wings and fries goes. Like, that when you get to JJ's, that basket was cleaned like the night of. You know what I mean? Compared to like like beat-ups in other places I worked at, other food trucks, like it looks like those baskets have not been cleaned in weeks or days, you know, like they do like once a week type of thing. And when you're cooking wings and fries every single day in the basket, like stuff builds up, you know. So whatever, I'm not trying to make myself sound better or cleaner than other food trucks. It is what it is. Yeah, but yeah, thank you for pointing that out, babe.
Guys, I feel like that is, hold on, I'm going to stop you right there because I think that's the craziest thing because, mind you, Jonathan and I have worked and my brother have worked customer service and they've been in the kitchen, and it's just insane to see them doing that for the food truck because I'm literally like tracking him on Life 360. It's like he's been at the commissary kitchen for an hour and 40 minutes because they're cleaning till 2 a.m. I'm like, girl, like couldn't be me. But it's just also nice that Jonathan comes home and it's not like, oh, I'm so tired. He's like, oh, like it was a good day, we cleaned, and then he gives me the tea from whoever he sees there. And it's like, it's crazy.
We have Franco here. ¿Qué pa? ¿No sirve?
¿Quieres que te ayude? ¿Lo ayudas tú? This is a raw and real podcast, guys. I guess what I can tell you, because this is just going to be an uncut podcast, is that Franco has been, ever since we started doing the food truck, Franco has been so attached to us. And granted, we are so lucky and blessed that it's our food truck. So wherever we go and park, him and Belen and my parents are able to be there. They eat, they hang out, they play. Franco loves taking his little animals and playing, but he's super attached to us. So today's the first time we come and film a podcast, and he's like, please, yo quiero ir a trabajar con ustedes, yo quiero ir. So we're like, okay, I guess you can come. Like, you can come check out the office. So that was our little break we had to take for Franco because he's here at the office with us being a good trooper. This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Babe, I feel like we're not the only ones that are stressed. Little fun fact, but 61% of the workforce lately has been experiencing more stress at work. Now that we've both been kind of stressful, what's something that you've been doing to kind of help ease all of that?
Well, to battle stress, I feel like most of us obviously can't just wave goodbye to work, but there are some things that you can do to focus more on your wellness. And something Jonathan and I have been implementing now is every single day after dinner, we have to take a walk with the kids. We walk all around the neighborhood and ended at the park next to the pool. And just like getting vitamin D, getting the air, the breeze, the fresh air has really, really been helping us to then unwind and get ready for bedtime.
A holiday or a vacation might be great, but it's not a long-term solution to stress. Don't forget that therapy can help you navigate all these challenges in your life, whether they're current or the ones life will bring on in the future.
And what is awesome about BetterHelp is that it is entirely online, so you can fit it in your busy schedule, especially during summer.
I specifically love therapy because working with my wife 24/7 is great and it's the best thing in the world, but then it gives me some time to unwind and then get an unbiased opinion from someone else, and it kind of keeps me in check to see if I'm doing things the right way as a husband, a father, and just an overall person.
And I'm grateful for therapy because it gives me tools I can use daily to manage my stress.
With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally.
And it works with an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews.
It's convenient too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time.
Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/spillthebeans.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/spillthebeans. Okay, we closed up at that commissary kitchen. We just cleaned everything. Everything is nice and squeaky clean. The floors, everything. And then I go and drop off Joe. When I drop off Joe, that entails helping him up the stairs to his apartment with like these heavy boxers or baskets full of everything that needs to be stored for the next day, because on Wednesday we prep like this enough sauces and jams for it to last us those 3 days. So then, because his fridge is empty, he's a bachelor, young guy. He's like, we can use my fridge. My fridge, I don't
has
cook.
Waters and ice.
Yeah. And I get home at 1:32, and then this is my favorite part of the day because I love finances. I love not money itself. That's evil. I like doing finances. Like I like oh,
You like
this is how much I
crunching the
spent. Yeah,
numbers.
crunching the numbers. So then I crunch the numbers because I could do it like on Monday at the end of the 3 days, but that could get like too confusing or more work than it should. So it just takes me 10 to 15 minutes to crunch the numbers. How much I owe Joe, how much we made in total, how much I will be spending the next day to restock on wings and beef. So, yeah.
Yeah, and with all of this, guys, also comes like a huge shift in our parenting because Jonathan, thankfully, has been able to be with us every single day since the kids were born. He's seen them grow up. He's seen them take their milestones, right? Gracias a Dios, we're so lucky and blessed to be able to say that. But obviously with this comes a huge shift because now he's out of the house pretty much every single day. Like Monday through Friday, he's out in the morning. He's, going to Denver shopping because he forgot to say that he also has to drive all the way to Denver to get like our to-go boxes, our napkins, our ranch cups, like a bunch of other things, which also takes a full day. So it's been crazy to like just be like, oh, dad's not home. So it's been a lot of more me time with the kids, which is amazing too. But like I still have to work too. And thankfully I can work from home, and my mom and my sisters, guys, huge shout out to them, honestly, because my mom and my sisters are amazing. They come over, they hang out with the kids, and just the fact that they want to do it, like I've never asked my sisters, hey, can you come help me with the kids? And they're like, oh, it's because I have this or I have that. They're always like, yeah, like we'll be there. Or they'll text us and be like, hey, do you want me to come today? And it's just amazing. And obviously like we're respectful because some days they'll be like, oh no, I have plans today. Or my sister's like starting going to the gym. So she's like, I'm out in the morning going to the gym. So thankfully we have a village, right? They're always there for us. But I think that's something that I never knew was so heavy. And shout out to all you moms out there, is doing the night routine by yourself. Yeah. Because Jonathan and I team work everything. The night routine literally 50-50, one with one and the other with the other. And now it's literally like I get home, Jonathan goes to the commissary kitchen to basically close everything up, and I go home and I have to unwind and then bathe the kids and then put them to sleep, which is a little bit hard when you have a littler baby because now you have to rock both of them to sleep. But yeah, like that has been probably the biggest shift in our life right now, is just not having you around that much anymore. I'm like, oh my God, I lost my husband. But I mean, I couldn't be more proud,
Yeah, and I couldn't be more grateful for having such an amazing wife, guys. Blanca is literally like, she's the MVP in all of this, because at the end of the day, like, it's more like I'm chasing a passion of mine, obviously for the future of my family, to leave a legacy, to make more money, yes, at the end of the day or whatever. But like the one that takes the burden, I've always said, like, a lot of guys, they say, oh, I don't have to help with the kids, I pay the bills, that's enough. And me being like a stay-at-home dad, and I've done all of that, it's like you don't understand how hard being like a single mom is until you do it. So shout out to Blanca, guys, because at the end of the day, like she said, I still have to work. And you know what's crazy? I was telling, like, I don't even know if I should share this with you guys. Like, you let me know, babe. But like, it's called Spill the Beans, right? We got to spill the tea. And it's like, because I've told this, and then I told my friend the other day because he was asking me about it and stuff like that. It's like, what I make at the food truck a full day, and it's not even like a full day, it's like, it's more than full day. It's like all the prep, it's like 1 to 2 YouTube videos that I could have uploaded on J&J. And one brand deal, not even one brand deal Blanca does, whatever, one Instagram story that she does is what the food trucks makes in one day. And it's like, Blanca could easily be like, Jonathan, what are you doing? Like, pick up the vlog camera and vlog a damn vlog, edit it and upload it, and you just did a whole prep, 24 hours at a food truck, in 30 minutes of you like vlogging and editing or whatever. It's obviously more than 30 minutes, like 5 hours or whatever. But it's like, no, she's letting me choose this because one day, yes, this food truck will turn into a restaurant, which then will turn into a vibe, which then will turn into alcohol license and selling alcohol and whatnot, and being the best wing and burger joint in all of Colorado. And then it will make more money than YouTube. But for now, like, she could easily be like, yo, I'm a single mom at nights now. I lost you at nights. Like, you could, I still make more money doing this and that, and I still find time for it. And it's like, so she's the best. And I feel like I want to let you guys into this because, one, money isn't everything. I'm happier Because
1,000%.
when I was just you in YouTube, I was overweight. A lot of you guys, one person said like, "Oh, Jonathan looks skinnier."
Don't even bring that comment up, babe, because I will go off right now. This is like the prime example of you could be the most ripest, most sweetest orange in the world, and there's still someone that doesn't like oranges, right? That was like one comment that ticked me off. It was a really dumb comment all in all, but the one thing that really pissed me off is like Jonathan is like too skinny now, and I'm like, oh, you guys are so mother effing annoying. And not you guys, I'm talking about the haters, right? It's like, okay, when he was overweight, right, that was all the comments were, oh, you're overweight, oh, you should do this. And now that he's like leaner, and I don't think he's too skinny, I think he looks very healthy and he's like happy in his body. Now, oh, he's too skinny, it's the stress of the food truck. Like, girl, what? Like, you got me so effed up, I swear to God. Sorry, that really, really ticked me off. But anyways,
but yeah, so I feel like she is sacrificing all this for her husband to be happier, in a way, take the role of a man, because this is what men should be in a household: leaders, providers, and everything. And that I'm finally like able to do that. Like, I'm now employed, like at my 27 years of age, like vibing, not right now, because obviously everything going on with tariffs and merchandise and everything. But at one point, vibing was, what's it called? When someone works for you?
employee.
Oh my God, I had a brain fart. Vibing was employing my mom and my sister. Now the food truck employs my brother-in-law, my suegra, sometimes a little bit as a prepper. No, we'll leave that to J&J. And then my sister-in-law, Jimena, she's now like the third official employee at like the JJ's. And then, so yeah, I think that's something very proud of, to like, you have like all these businesses and your family all works for them. And like, I just think that's like, am I more tired? Do I look more stressful? I don't think I'm more stressed. If anything, I'm more happy now.
Yeah, and this is what I was speaking of at my panel the other day, because it was just basically like an inspirational speech about how you started your businesses. And JJ's obviously is our newest business, but what I told everyone was, Jonathan has been my sidekick. He's been supporting my passion, my dream, my hobby, literally like my love for years, ever since 2020 when you quit your job. So I was like, it was about damn time that I support whatever he wants to do. So anything that he's ever come to me with, I've never been like, no, don't do it. I've always been like, yeah, like do it. And this food truck is such a passion of his, and I see the light in his eyes. And more importantly, like, I see how close we've gotten to my brother, which is crazy, because my brother and I loved him growing up. He was an amazing brother, but obviously we drifted apart. And now to see him every single day, to talk to him, to get to know him, my kids are getting to know him more and like get more attached to him. What a blessing.
Your mom sees his son
My
more.
mom is with my brother all the time, and it's crazy to see. So it's like, why it is a no-brainer for me. For me, it doesn't feel like much of a sacrifice, to be honest. It just feels like, oh shit, like it's a lot of work.
Like a more happy household kind of.
Yeah, it is a happy household, because when Jonathan gets home, like granted he's tired, but it's not like, oh, I'm tired, like don't talk to me, I already worked all day. Business. It's like, oh, how are you? Like just like debriefing, and it's just, I don't know. Jonathan, I feel like a lot of you guys don't know, but before he quit his job, you were making good money driving for the trash, and he was like supporting us, because I was making money, but I wasn't signed on to a management team. So it was like, oh, some good months, some not so good months. And like YouTube money is crazy money also. Like, I feel like nobody really understands the magnitude that YouTube has with income and how crazy it could be. But at that point, like Jonathan was supporting us. And even when we were like tiny little teenagers dating, he paid for everything, so when we got married, and I was making money on YouTube, it was never like, oh, she's the breadwinner. It was just like, it's our money, like we're married and this is what we do. But to see him now, like, you guys, I feel like if you have a husband that is passionate for what he does, it's crazy to see him, and it makes you very proud. But yeah, I don't see it as a sacrifice. I just see it as, he already supported me for so many years doing what I love, traveling and making a bunch of videos, even when he wasn't very comfortable with the camera at first. So now I'm all in to support his dream, because this is like genuinely his biggest dream. And obviously the future holds a lot of potential for our soon to be restaurant, you know, one day. And I feel like something that also we always talk about is one day I don't want YouTube to be like, oh, I have to make videos, I have to work, because right now it doesn't feel like that, right? Because I'm in love and obsessed with everything I do. But one day I want to be just like that. I just want to be like, oh, I can upload if I want. I can post on Instagram if I want. I can post on TikTok. But essentially what Jonathan is doing is setting us up for the future. So if I were to one day be like, I don't want to work anymore, I just want to be a stay-at-home mom, I just want to be a Pilates soccer mom, that's what he's working towards right now, you know? So it's like very inspiring to hear his thought process, because he's not only working for his love and his passion, he is setting up his family for the future, which is really inspiring, and I'm very proud of you, honey.
Thank you, baby. I sometimes I'll like drop hints here and there, but like I guess I've never really said this out loud to like anyone or even like Blanca, but like when people start businesses or it's like, yes, it's for the money, but a lot of people like to envision like, oh my God, the house I'm gonna have. Oh my God, this is what I'm gonna buy with this money. And for me, it's always been like, and I've told Blanca and like her friends that come around and ask me like, why did you just decided to start this? I was like, I want Blanca to have a Range Rover. Like I want Blanca to have like a Birkin one day. And like this, like all the things I imagine buying with this, you know, soon to be restaurant or empire that I want to build with the food industry. It's not for me. It's not so I can buy myself something, whatever, a kayak to go fishing. It's so I can have like my kids in the best cars and the best schools and my wife, you know. And I think that makes me so happy to do something like that, because YouTube, like, yeah, has always been her thing. And I've always supported her with that, to the point where like I had to quit my job one day. Like it was either I quit my job or we can't go to this certain event. And thanks to us going to that event, we made like lifelong friends, which is Gabby and Gabe's wedding. If for those that don't know the story, Gabby and Gabe's wedding is the official event that led me to quit my job, because I had already used up too many days, huh?
Yeah, like you had already maxed out your vacation
my
days.
time. And so it's like, okay, we either go to this wedding and, you know, meet these people. We hadn't met them yet, right?
No, we're meeting them for the first time.
Meeting them, and like, they looked like they were super funny. Like we had just seen their freaking PS5 prank. That one was so funny, or PS4, I think at the time. And I was like, oh, we have to go like this. And then, yeah, sure enough. But yeah, that's kind of the story, guys, with this whole food truck and endeavor. It's like, it's fun. If you see us like stressed, like, I don't even know. Maybe that person was just being a hater, because I don't think we look any more stressed. I think people take the fact that like, oh, no vlog, no podcast.
Oh, they're stressing.
They're stressing. It's like,
no, there's just not enough hours in the day.
I think, not to sound, how do you say it? You are picking the thing that, it's like, okay, oh, si tienes un jardín de árboles de fruta, and you're like, oh, vi que el granjero no escogió las manzanas ahora. But you don't see that he wanted bananas today, or that the papaya tree is empty. He wanted papayas that day. Just because you see the apple tree doesn't mean like, oh, well, le está yendo mal. Mira, están todas las manzanas colgando, no las ha agarrado. His fruit market must be going bad. Like, no, it's the fact that like we prioritize one thing that week or this certain time, you know?
Yeah, and to be honest, guys, like we've gotten a lot of hate comments, obviously, in our whole journey of being in the public eye. But this one comment, I think, has been the only negative comment, because this is one thing I'm going to say. Like, imagine having free will and using it to make a scenario up in your head just to fit your narrative. Like, that is crazy in itself, right? Like, touch some grass. But this comment, it wasn't, mind you, it wasn't like they weren't being mean or disrespectful. They were just making a story in their head and projecting it onto us, right? So I had seen it after a long day, and I had already like 20 replies to it. And usually when a hate comment has a lot of replies, it's people being like, yeah, or agreeing, right? You're giving them the green light to agree with you. Every single comment under that comment, and if it's still up to this day, you can go see it. It's on my TikTok. They were all amazing comments of people standing up for us, being like, girl, everything you just said is like, thank God they're starting businesses and not just sitting on their ass relying on YouTube, you know? Like, when you make the money that you make with social media, it is so important and so smart for you to invest it in things that are going to last you a long time. Because like we said, God forbid one day YouTube goes away, TikTok goes away. Obviously, a new platform is going to come along. And what if you don't hit there? Like, what if you don't go viral there? What if people don't care to follow your life on there? Because every day you're seeing new influencers going viral. One day you can be forgotten, you know? So the fact that this comment was coming at us for starting multiple businesses and not having enough time to pour into all of them in 1 week is crazy to me. It's like, shouldn't you be more inspired than hating, you know? So I guess it's just, we bring light to that to let you guys know, don't ever let outside voices dim your light, because that's how it is. When you start something new, you're always going to be like, why would you do that? Why would you choose this? Why don't you just stay comfortable, right? Keep uploading videos if you're going to make that money. But what is that investing in for the future? Really nothing, unless you're, I don't know, you're just relying on your savings or retirement funds. But it was just crazy. And it's just for you guys to know, like, nothing is impossible. You can start what business, it cannot go as great, and then you can start another one. Like, what rule book is there that says you can't start 3 businesses? Because why? Like, there's no, you have to literally, you live one life, trial and error it out. Like, try one thing, if it doesn't work, try another one, girl. Don't just go and be like, all right, I'm just gonna go start working for a boss again, you know? And granted, whatever your job is, you're amazing. If you're working, that's amazing. But it's just for those small business owners that, you know, get a lot of shit from their tios or people that really don't even know anything about them and their business. It's like, if anything, that comment just fuels us to be better and, yeah, you know, just be more organized with our time and make enough time to pour into all of our babies. Right now.
I feel like Blanca took that comment very much like, you know, that TikTok trend where it's like, the wife comes out all like aggressive and she's like, my husband's gonna show you his Lego collection and you better be nice. Like excited or nice or whatever. And I feel like I laughed it off. Like I laughed it and didn't even, I brushed it, and then Blanca was very like defensive, like, they're calling you skinny, like what the, like, first of all,
no, they're calling him skinny and me fat. I'm like, girl,
and
I
then
just
for
had 2
me
kids.
it's like, I've gotten to the point where you truly are. When we first started YouTube, guys, cuando dejaban un hate comment, boom, right back at them. I'll be like, tu mamá, blah, blah, blah. Like, you get in fights with them. And then now, like, it's so crazy how, like, age just matures you without even, like, I used to think, like, I think it's a little bit of both, right? Maturing is, like, something you have to actively do, right? Maturing your emotions, your heart. But a lot of it comes, like, naturally. Like, I just feel different. Like, I don't get as mad anymore or as like frustrated or stressed about certain things like that about the internet. And like, when I saw that, or like just hate comments in general nowadays, I'm like, I believe, like, okay, a few years ago, there was this trend where you would be like, oh my God, like haters, like they just write hate comments because they're not happy with themselves. But like, I would say that a few years ago, man, I would still be pissed. I was like, fuck these people. Like, but now I can 100% cross my heart on my mom that's how I truly feel. Like, I'm like, there's no successful people leaving hate comments, guys. Unfortunately, like, así, la neta, al chile, that's how it is. There is no one with an investment portfolio, a successful business, multiple whatever thousands in the bank that is leaving hate comments
and happy in
that
life.
Just like that, just how water is made of H2O or whatever, hydrogen, that's a fact. Like, successful people do not leave hate comments. Like, they're not, they just, that's not too like, you won't see LeBron James commenting hate comments. You won't see, like, I don't know, like a successful YouTuber leave hate comments. Like, anything you want to call successful, everyone has a different version of it, even if it's not money wise. Let's not put a money value to success. Someone that is truly happy at home, happy marriage, healthy kids, blah blah blah, a good friend, circle of friends, they're not leaving hate comments too. Like, anyone that is successful does not leave it. So now when you see a hate comment, when I see a hate comment, it's like, okay, this person is, one, not financially successful, and two, not emotionally happy and mentally successful equals happiness. Yeah. So
yeah, 1,000%. I feel like that's how I used to be too. Hate comments would really, really hurt me. But now it's like, people, the most they comment on is like my weight or my nose or my acne. And I'm like, girl, or my outfits. Yeah, I've been getting dragged up by my outfits on TikTok. But it's like, If that's the only thing you can hate on me for, then I'm doing something right 1,000%. Like, you can't judge my character, you can't judge my personality, you can't judge my parenting. All you can judge is what you physically see, which I can't change, and I have my own style. Like, who cares? So the fact that that's the only thing you can hate on, I already feel like I'm doing something right in life, you know? So that's just inspiration for all of you guys. Like, don't ever let the mean comments, the mean, I don't know, messages or whatever you hear. Like, granted, we're not saying that you can't cheese me out, because obviously if you see something on social media and like you send it to your bestie, like, oh, did you see this? But the fact that you sit there and like type out a comment and send it to the person, that's
they have to make a fake profile first.
Oh, yeah.
And not put a profile picture.
Or
So they
their
have
real
to either
name.
put a phone number or make a Gmail and then connect that account to that fake Gmail or whatever, and then they can go.
Yeah.
But
like, one day I was thinking, I was like, what if I just hire like a private investigator to run all these IP addresses? I want to know who you are, what you look like, and why you're hating, like, you know? But that was me back then, because I used to always want an explanation for things, because I'm like a huge people pleaser. But now I'm like, girl, like, if you can't say it with your chest, then you're not happy, you know? But that was just a little inspiration for you guys, and just a little explanation of where we've been. I feel like sometimes we do put the podcast on the back burner, but this is Spill the Beans, you know? And I feel like this is where we can come and just vent and let you guys know exactly what's going on with our life. And it's just been a roller coaster, guys, because we don't even touch on it much. But I feel like when you're finally working towards something you love, your passion, you're feeling happy, your kids are healthy, your family's healthy, boom, something after another happens that is just the enemy attacking you, you know, and putting you down. But of course, like how everyone says, with God nothing is impossible, and life is life, you know. I unfortunately, and I already posted on Instagram, but my grandfather died yesterday, which is really devastating. But it's like, es la ley de la vida, you know, like you can see it one as like, oh, the enemy's just attacking us. And for that, it's like, no, like it's just the nature of life. And with everything else, I mean, we had to take Bella into the ER last week. Franco's been having some like sleepless nights. It's just all being like, okay, like, no, this is just some hurdles we have to jump through, and, you know, just grab God's hand and be like, no, he's going to get us through this, like he always does. And it's just, I feel like it's things that attack you so that you go down and be like, oh, maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Maybe I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So every time something bad happens to you in your life, whether it's you get fired, whatever, anything that it is, I feel like you always have to stand up and be like, well, there's nowhere to go than up from here. You know, grab God's hand and go and move forward, because once you let all of it start to take a toll on you, you're obviously going to fall into a hole where you won't be able to get out of. So with all of these attacks, just, you know, be like, con Dios todo es posible, and just start running, you know. And yeah, I feel like you have to sometimes fake it till you make it, and it sucks, but it's true, you know.
Yeah. What are you faking?
No, like when you're feeling down.
Yeah.
I feel like that's been kind of like my
that's my intrusive thought.
My coping mechanisms, like when you feel down, because even this week, like we've known that my grandpa was super, super sick, and we've known that his time was coming, right? The doctors told us like, oh, there's nothing we can do for him anymore. You have to fake it till you make it, right? You still have to get up and be a mom and be a wife and be a person that has to work and, you know, get the bag. So I've been faking it. I'm like, soon enough, God is going to take us through this. And you're going to look back and be like, dang, that was a rough part of my life, but we'll get through it. There's no way out than through. So I hope I gave you guys some good quotes, inspirational quotes to go off of.
I just podcast. Think that this is what you will miss and you will remember. Like once, like, I don't really believe in manifestation porque hay que echarle ganas.
Yeah.
Y por tus, como dijo el papá de Jen, por mis propios huevos yo voy a hacer esto. You can manifest all you want. You can hang up things on the wall. Pero si no le echas ganas and you don't strive for it every day, that Lamborghini that you hung up on your wall, it's just going to be a picture on your wall. You have to put your own effort, your own balls into shit and like get it done. So with that being said, like God, yes, will take your hand and will like guide you and everything. But if you're not the one kicking, like I feel like it's like when you're teaching a little kid to swim, you can hold its belly all you want. But if the kid ain't kicking, He got to learn how to swim. You got to kick, guys. You got to echarle ganas every single day to go towards this thing. But like I said, this is what we will miss, because when this restaurant is up and going and successful, and it's the biggest freaking burger and wing joint in Colorado, I'm saying it right now, I will miss. Babe, do you remember when we were in the little food truck and like it was hot as shit and the generator turned off?
It was 4 of us in
I
there.
thought I had enough gasoline and I me confié, and we ran out of gas on the generator. So then the AC stopped working and it was just a sauna. It was literally, I think I put the little like temperature thermometer up in the air, and it was 140 degrees in the food truck, just the air.
Yeah. I won't forget the one time. So one of the days that we worked, it was freaking hot. And I remember this girl was with her family ordering, and it was like the sister of the main girl ordering. And she looks at me, she's like, "Are you hot in there?" I'm like, "A little bit." She's like, "Oh, I would be in such a bad mood right now because I know you're hot in there." And I'm like, "Oh my God, like, that's crazy, you know?"
Yeah.
Like, thankfully, we have like a good outlook on this. We're like, oh, we're, you know, kicking. We're trying to get the bag. We're trying to be successful. And it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I'm freaking hot in here. It feels like, okay, this is cool. Like, I'm getting to meet people and they're trying our amazing, delicious food and leaving with a happy face, you know?
Yeah. I guess we can talk about, to end the podcast, like bloopers we've had or like little moments. That day, guys, our generator turned off because it ran out of gas, obviously, at the family and friends event. It got so hot in the food trailer, and lo que Adrian and my dad went and got more gas and like filled it up because we were like in the middle of orders. It got so hot in there. I had a gold chain, right? It was just burning the shit out of me because it was so hot that I had to like just keep moving my gold chain like this. And then I had the glove, so I couldn't like take it off. And first of all, like, you need a mirror to take it off. It's like kind of hard to take off. So I was just like, I kept moving it around because if I left it just on my neck, it was burning me like so bad. Like if I was getting branded, like, and it was like, wow. So now every morning, I don't care how much gas I think I have, I top it off all to the very top. And you learn.
I feel like there's been hiccups here and there, but it's like, it's just experience, you know? And it's nice to be like, oh yeah, we went through that and it was crazy, but we got through it, you know?
Yeah. And then the other day we were supposed to work Saturday, but then Joe Friday night, I think we can talk about it.
Because this is what I was saying. Because I was like, I know that I've been thinking that there's like a lot of things happening back to back to back. Because I was like, I know we took Bill into the emergency room, but someone else went to the emergency room, and it was my brother.
Yeah, Blanca's brother went because Thursday we worked Friday and we were going to work the next Saturday. But that Friday, since the morning, lo noté más callado. And mind you, Joe is like combined Jimena, Julissa, and Magali and all their happiness levels into one person, and it's Joe. He's always positive, always looking at a good outcome.
He's like my mom.
Always half full.
Yeah.
Definitely. And so I'm a cup half empty. I don't even care
Cup
if it's
empty, even if it
I
has
want to
a
kick
full.
it. Like, don't even give me that cup anymore. That's who I am. So we balance each other out perfectly, right? After a long day of work. So I noticed he was more like quiet. I was like, oh shit, like, did I do something? Because we were running a little bit late to the location because I hadn't put gas because I was so busy. I was like, oh, maybe he's a little upset that like we're running late and blah blah blah. But I was like, that's not really of him. Like, you know, like
he would say, he says when he's upset or something.
So, so then I was like, nah, whatever. So then as time goes by, when we're cooking, he's needing to go to the bathroom a lot, like, or not the bathroom, but just out of the truck to get fresh air. And I was like, oh, like maybe he has like an upset stomach. That's why he keeps going to the bathroom, or et cetera, et cetera. And then it got to the point, like at night, we finish the shift? Yeah, we finished everything. It was like 10:30, and he almost faints like in front of us. Like I just see him like stumble a little bit, like, oh shit. And you take him outside because I was still finishing up some orders. And yeah, like he explains to us that ever since the morning, he felt dizzy, nauseous, and really bad. And then so that's when Blanca and her mom was like, you need to go to the ER. Like, you look really bad. He had been throwing up in the bathroom. Those times I thought he had like the shits because I thought, oh, maybe le da torzón. Like he just has an upset stomach. He had been throwing up from feeling really dizzy. Yeah.
And for us, it was crazy because, you know, when you're like, a guy is like feeling like shit and we're like, you have to go to the emergency room. There was like, no, like, I'm good. Joe would just not, like, he was not there. He was pale, dizzy. He couldn't really walk. All I remember him doing was like packing up his little like satchel where he puts all his knives and spoons and stuff. And he's like, all right, like, I'm out of here. Like, he didn't even, he's like, I'm sorry, Johnny, I'll help you clean tomorrow. Like, I have to go. Jonathan's like, oh no, like, it's fine. Go ahead. I take him home. Yeah, sure enough, my parents grab him and then take him to the emergency room. Turns out they do think that he has vertigo. Mm-hmm. But he was just basically like super dehydrated. And my boy, guys, like, I don't know what's up with guys, but he be drinking like 800, 900 milligrams of caffeine a day. He drinks like 5 cups of coffee, 2 Red Bulls. Freaking, he's crazy. So it's like, obviously all of that jumbles up, and he only has 1 meal a day because they get so busy prepping. So,
and no water. He hadn't been drinking enough water that day. It was extra. Not only was it hot
that was
in
our
the food
hottest
truck,
day.
it was the hottest day. It was like 102 degrees.
Yeah, and I just remember like him being like, damn, that's our first Saturday and we can't open. Like, he felt so bad that he's like, hey, I can't go in tomorrow. He got out of the emergency room like at 3 a.m. probably.
4.
So yeah, we had to close on Saturday because of that. But we're like, girl, like, what is going on? We're just finally starting to get the ball rolling, and here we go, landing in the emergency room.
But I'm glad he learned from his mistakes. Ahora siempre lo veo con una water bottle.
And he's scared.
He's
actually scared.
Yeah, he's actually scared, and he's hydrating, because it also doesn't help that he vapes. And I think that's important information to the story, because I feel like that dehydrates you even more. And so it's like just a lot of little things, but that we don't really talk about, right? Like, you could just say, like, that hater, oh, they didn't open Saturday, they must be stressing.
They're already stressing bad.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro,
my brother was
one of the 2 chefs went to the hospital, and got out at 4 a.m. and has been dizzy all day. Like, but yeah, guys, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed our little update. Thank you so much for being here. We really, like, even though we're not here with you, I'm like a proud parent. Like, maybe your Mexican parent doesn't tell you they're proud, pero bien que le está diciendo a la vecina, no, hombre, mija va a la universidad, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we're not here, guys, talking to, uploading podcasts, but I be talking about the podcast 24/7. I feel like a lot of the people that come up to us and ask for a picture or say hi, this last time we went to Disneyland or in Denver or in the public eye, it's always, oh my God, we're such big fans of your podcast. Mm-hmm. And it's always it's not like we watch the vlogs. We get those a lot too, but not as much as the podcast. Like, I'm always used to people wanting to take a picture with Blanca, and then they'll be like, no, you too. Like, I love the podcast. Like, what are you doing?
Like, well, my husband and I are always waiting for the podcast to upload. So it's really amazing. Like, we love you guys so much. You guys are our close-knit family, close-knit friends, and we couldn't do this without you. And it's just so crazy to, like, just finally meet so many of you every single week that we open the food truck. It's amazing. And we just want to say thank you for trusting us with your dinner that day, because obviously it takes a lot to bring out your family to Lagma. Like, nobody really comes here. Everyone's like from Fort Collins or freaking Denver. But thank you guys for making the drive out here. Thank you guys for everything. And one day I hope that all of you can come and try our restaurant out, in the future. But we wouldn't be here without you. I just wanted to say that.
Good job. I almost forgot that. But with that being said, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your weekend and your week. And we'll see you
next week.
Later.
Bye.